The sun blazed over our Arizona suburb, turning the community pool into a shimmering oasis. It was the kind of summer day that begged for sunscreen and laughter, and I've been counting down to it all week. As a single mom juggling work-from-home chaos, I saw this as my chance to let my 8-year-old daughter, Lily, splash around with her friends while I stole a few pages of my novel under an umbrella. We got there early, claiming a prime spot by the shallow end, and for a while it was perfect, kids giggling, water sparkling, and the promise of a carefree day. But deep down, I knew peace never lasted long when Vanessa Harper, our HOA president, was around. Everyone called her the queen behind her back, and not because she was royalty. Vanessa had a reputation. She'd strut into the pool area like she owned it, clipboard in hand, her designer sandals clicking on the concrete. She'd measure the space between lounge chairs, scold kids for oversized pool floats, and once timed a toddler's bathroom break to enforce some obscure rule. Most parents would pack up and flee at the sight of her. I'd had my share of run-ins with her over the years, petty complaints about my mailbox height or the shade of my curtains, but today, I decided Lily and I weren't budging. We had every right to be here. The trouble started when Vanessa arrived, her highlighted hair gleaming, sunglasses perched like a crown. The pool's joyful noise dimmed as she began her patrol. She zeroed in on a group of teens first, barking that their inflatable unicorn was over the 18-inch limit. They deflated it and slunk away, rolling their eyes. Then she told Mrs. Lopez her music was too loud, though I could barely hear it from 10 feet away. Mr. Kim got a lecture about his grandkids' swim time exceeding Section 12, Paragraph 4 of the pool rules. When she started timing a 5-year-old's bathroom VY sit, I exchanged a look with another mom, both of us stifling a laugh. Lily and her friends were playing Marco Polo in the shallow end, their laughter echoing. I noticed Vanessa watching them, her pen tapping her clipboard with growing irritation. When Lily made an enthusiastic turn, a small wave splashed toward the pool's edge, catching Vanessa's skirt. Her face twisted like she'd been doused with acid. She marched over, sandals snapping. "Young lady," she bellowed at Lily, "get out of this pool right now. There's no splashing allowed in this facility." Lily froze, her eyes wide. "But we're just playing," she said, voice small. Vanessa cut her off. "I don't care what you're playing. This is Saw My Saw Pool, and I make the rules." I was on my feet in a heartbeat, stepping between her and the water. "Hold on," I said, keeping my tone even. "The rules say no running or DVYing in the shallow end. There's nothing about splashing during a game." Vanessa's face flushed. "I'm the HOA president. I know every rule, and I decide how they're enforced." She leaned closer, her perfume choking me. "Your daughter's been a nuisance all summer. Maybe if you watched her better, I wouldn't have to step in." I could feel other parents' eyes on us. "Lily's playing just fine," I said, aware of the crowd. "If you got a problem with the rules, we can talk about it at the next HOA meeting." Vanessa's eyes narrowed to slits. "You people always think you're above the rules," she hissed. "Control your kid, or get out of Saw My Saw Pool." She spun around and stormed to her cabana, muttering about parents these days. The air felt heavy after that, but I gave Lily a reassuring smile. "Keep playing, sweetie, just a bit gentler, okay?" For an hour, things seemed to settle. Vanessa stayed in her cabana, glaring at us while typing furiously on her phone. Around noon, my phone buzzed a work call I couldn't ignore. "Lily, I'm stepping over there to take this," I said, pointing 20 feet away. "Stay in the shallow end, okay?" She nodded, giggling with her friends. The call took 4 minutes, but when I turned back, my stomach plummeted. Lily sat on the pool's edge, tears streaming, her hand clutching her cheek. Vanessa loomed over her, hands on hips, dripping wet and furious. The pool was dead silent. I sprinted over, dropping to my knees. "Lily, what happened? Are you okay?" Her voice trembled. "She hit me, Mommy." I looked up at Vanessa, my heart pounding. "You saw what saw." Vanessa crossed her arms, unapologetic. "Your daughter splashed me on purpose while you were on your phone. She soaked my new outfit and ruined my phone." When I told her to apologize, she rolled her eyes. Her tone suggested this justified everything. "So you saw her?" I could barely speak. "I disciplined her," Vanessa snapped. "Someone had to. since you were too busy to parent. A mom nearby, Rachel, spoke up. I saw it. Lily just turned in the water, and a little splash hit Vanessa. She grabbed Lily's arm, yanked her out, and slapped her hard. Vanessa scoffed. Mind your business, Rachel. Your patio renovation's still pending HOA approval, isn't it? The threats silenced Rachel, but I'd had enough. I scooped Lily up and marched to the clubhouse, demanding the pool manager show me the security footage. He hesitated, citing Vanessa's rule about board approval, but I wasn't backing down. My daughter was assaulted by an HOA board member. Show me the footage, or explain to the police why you didn't. 15 minutes later, I watched the video, my blood boiling. It showed Lily swimming, her accidental splash barely reaching Vanessa. Vanessa's reaction was chilling. She stormed over, grabbed Lily's arm, pulled her from the water, and slapped her so hard her head snapped sideways. The manager gasped. I need a copy of this, I said, my voice steady despite my rage. And I'm calling the police. While we waited, I took Lily to the first aid station, icing her cheek. She was quiet, her spark gone. Am I in trouble? She whispered. I smoothed her hair. No, baby, you did nothing wrong. The police arrived fast. 2 officers reviewed the footage on my phone and took statements from witnesses, including Rachel, who found her courage with cops present. Vanessa was still lounging by the pool, acting like nothing happened. When the officers approached, her smugness faded to confusion, then outrage. Do you know who I am? She shouted. I run this community. They showed her the video on a tablet, and her face crumpled. When the handcuffs came out, she shrieked. You can't be serious. She's a child. Kids get disciplined. The pool deck froze as Vanessa Harper, HOA tyrant, was cuffed and read her rights. She glared at me as they led her away. This isn't over. I'll have you Ted. I'll ruin you. An officer cut her off. Ma'am, stop making threats. You're already facing assault charges against a minor. Vanessa was charged with assault and battery of a minor that day. The footage and witness statements left no room for her excuses. The judge set bail at $5,000 and issued a restraining order barring her from Lily, me, and the pool. The HOA held an emergency meeting, and without Vanessa's iron grip, the board voted her out as president. They also banned board members from enforcing rules through confrontation, a direct rebuke of her reign. 3 months later, at her sentencing, Vanessa still didn't get it. Dressed in a tailored suit, she rambled about her dedicated service and how she'd been provoked by a defiant child. The judge wasn't impressed. Ms. Harper, you struck a child hard enough to leave a mark. That's not discipline, it's assault. Your HOA title doesn't give you power over other people's kids. She got 60 days in jail, a $5,000 fine, and a year of anger management classes. When the gavel fell, Vanessa gasped, clutching her purse. But I have the charity gala. I'm the chairperson. The bailiff escorted her out as she sputtered. Watching Vanessa face consequences felt like a weight lifting off our community. For once, the pool was just a pool, a place for kids to play, not a battleground for her ego. But it left me wondering, how far should authority go before it becomes abuse? Was Vanessa a bully enabled by power, or did she genuinely believe she was right? What would you have done in my shoes? Confronted her sooner, or stayed quiet to keep the peace? And here's the big one. Should HOA leaders have any power to discipline kids, or is that a line that should never be crossed? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button if this story got your blood pumping, and subscribe for more real-life drama. Let's keep this conversation going.